This week on the Bluffs Sports Zone, meet the state, the best from the Bluffs, running wild at Drake Stadium. Hey, does Darby do it? Super sophomore Darby Thomas from Abraham Lincoln continues her run into uncharted territory. All for what? The Yellow Jackets kicking up a storm around town. Oh yeah, the Storms. Teeing it up at Nationals, a certain Senna does herself and the Reavers proud. All the way to the top, maybe? Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to our latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Now, what a spectacle that is, the State Track and Field Championships. No way, Mother Nature not going to rain on this parade. And the parade of runners, jumpers, and throwers make their way from Council Bluffs. Now, I've always said, if you make it to any state championship event, then you're already a champion, in my book. Drake Stadium, once again the place to be. Competition gets underway at 9 o'clock sharp with the field events.
Chandler, Haley.
Caitlin Spurgeon from AL, along with 3 others, ready to rock in the girls' discus. Now, she, along with Lauren Payne from Lewis Central, compete in the first flight, do not make the finals. TJ's Josie Starner spins it in the second. Teammate Cecilia Yale throws it best, 124 feet 6 inches. The senior with an impressive 6th place finish. Next up, Darby Thomas from Abraham Lincoln locks in for the first heat of the girls' 200-meter prelims. The sophomore wins it in a time of 24.60.
I feel good. It's exciting coming out the first meet of our first race of the day and running at Drake. So,
boys 200 prelim. Max Duggan from LC finishes 4th and does not qualify for the final. Girls Class 1A 4x800 meter relay. St. Albert, running in Section 1, fails to finish in the top 8. Girls Class 4A 4x8 relay. AL, running in Heat 1, does not bring home a medal. Class 1A boys shot put. Matt Fagan from St. Albert chucks it 50 feet 6 1/4 inches, good for a 6th place finish. 4A boys discus. Super sophomore Cameron Baker from Thomas Jefferson just spins it 158 feet 10 inches. Baker cooks in 7th. Girls Class 4A high jump. Lewis Central freshman Megan Whitty clears 5.2 and comes home in 8th place. Girls Class 1A 100 meter preliminary, Heat 3, Jordan Blaha from St. Albert on the far left does not make the final. 4A girls 100 prelim, again Heat 3, Abraham Lincoln's Darby Thomas wins it 11.83 seconds. Darby's in the finals. Now, race number 3 on the day for the Super Soph. 4A 400 meter timed final. Darby with a personal best 56.18, good for 3rd place.
I wish I could have gotten a better time in my 1, but I'm proud of my 4 and my 2. I just came out and I ran as the best I could. I know that I could, so I'm just overall proud.
Boys 400, Kenny McMahon from LC wins the second of 3 heats, 49.06. McMahon takes 5th.
I wasn't pushed. I see I won by over a second. That's rough, but can't change it. Worked so hard to get up to here, and 5th, got 6th last year. I guess I can't complain.
Lewis Central does not medal in the shuttle hurdle relay. Same deal for the St. Albert boys, but the Falcons' 3,200 meter relay team finishes a respectable 6th. State track, day 1. A lot of tired legs. And so, Darby does it. Wins her heat in the 100 and 200 meters. PRs, a personal record in the 400, finishing 3rd. A Yellow Jacket senior throws in a 6th place finish, and a Titan, one better than a year ago. 3rd place in the Open 400 for Darby Thomas. Qualifies for the 100 and 200 final, as I said as well. And Friday, Darby is the defending state champ in the long jump. Lewis Central's Kenny McMahon finishes 5th in the 400. The Titan senior 6th in 2016. Freshman Logan Jones finishes 6th in the boys discus. Fellow freshman Megan Whitty ties for 8th in the high jump. And Cecilia Yale from Thomas Jefferson picks up a 6th place medal in the girls discus. And super sophomore Cameron Baker 7th. The St. Albert boys win their heat in the 3200 relay and finish 6th as well. Super sophomore Matt Fagan throws the shot over 50 feet and is 6th. Busy first day at the State Track and Field Championships. Another chapter set to be read in the Lynx Yellow Jackets rivalry, and this one all wet. Next up, the Class 4A girls long jump final. Down to the last jump when we come back.
We asked a group of employees what makes our bank special, and here is what they said.
We're available to help our community grow.
We are available to explain the benefits of electronic banking.
Being available to our customers and communities is not only what ties us together, but also what you want most from your financial institution. And our new name says just that. Welcome to Avela Bank.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you're beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. Our whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
Thanks.
Drop that baby.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
You know, it can't be easy when you're a sophomore, all of a sudden thrust into the spotlight. I mean, Darby Thomas told me this whole track season, the success she's had, unexpected, surprising, to say the least. And of course, with all the success, guys like me sticking a camera in her face with every move. And so it is for the Class 4A long jump competition. Now remember, Darby won this event as a freshman and then followed it up winning at the Drake Relays. First up, Class 1A girls 4x200 meter relay. St. Albert, lagging behind, fails to medal. Class 4A boys 400 meter hurdles. Heat 3, Jerron Sampson of Thomas Jefferson finishes out of the top 8. Girls 400 hurdles, Haley Hartman from Abraham Lincoln does as well. 4A girls long jump, defending champ Darby Thomas from AL in the second flight. Anna Larson from TJ in the first fails to qualify for the final. Thomas then takes center stage. The Link Super Sophomore qualifies for the final. Now Darby's best jump, 18 feet 3 inches, surpassed on the last jump by Valerie Welch of Iowa City West. Darby Thomas finishes second.
It's kind of hard hearing that she came out, and I knew I was kind of struggling in finals, so I was just a little doubtful, but I'm so proud of her. She's amazing.
1A boys distance medley relay. All St. Albert 1 to go.
400 to go, St. Albert.
The Falcons settle for second, good enough to qualify for the final. Class 4A boys distance medley relay. Daniel Carey and Thomas Jefferson fall behind and fail to finish in the top 8. 4A boys 4x100 meter relay. AL fails to medal. Day 2 at state. Still a long way to go. And so another crazy day at Drake Stadium. So how does it all end up? I mean, tears of joy or tears of sadness? Happiness or heartbreak? In the end, Darby Thomas brings home 4 medals, 1 second and 3 thirds. Now remember, she's only a sophomore. Iowa Public Television was doing a story on the girl that beat Darby in the long jump. I told the camera guy and the producer, remember Darby Thomas. Could be doing a story on her in the next couple of years. Alec Mass from Lewis Central gets a top 8 in the 110 high hurdles. A couple of Titans relay teams finish in the top 8 as well. Congrats to Daniel Carey from Thomas Jefferson. Daniel 5th in the 800 meter run. And how about the St. Albert boys? 4th in the sprint medley relay, 8th in the 400 relay, and 3rd in the 1600 meter relay. So it appears, for the most part, a lot of kids come back to the Bluffs with medals from state track. They did themselves and their schools proud. At the Nationals in Hutchinson, Kansas, Iowa Western's Patria Baimano finishes 3rd in the hammer throw. Iowa Western's Shaniki Watson, runner-up in the 3,000 meter steeplechase. The men earn a 2nd place finish in the triple jump. Other places for Iowa Western, Lisa Blackwood, 5th in the heptathlon, and the men's 3,200 meter relay team, 7th. Monique Apuakehau grabs a 2nd place finish in the pole vault. Men's decathlon, Marcus Klein, a respectable 5th. David, 2nd in the triple, then 5th in the long jump. Chalk up another 5th place finish in the men's 1,500, a 7th in the men's 400. The 400 meter relay team crosses the line in 6th place. The women's team finishes 7th overall, the men just outside the top 10. Hey, a shout out to Emmett Statzer and Coach Williams Davis for being named the Midwest Region's Women's Coaches of the Year. Yeah, baby. From tee to green to the top of the leaderboard, it's not a foregone conclusion. Here we go again. Only who wins after the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sports Med. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed Sports Med invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
At the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
The high school boys soccer regular season is just about finito. Not until two from the neighborhood go toe-to-toe. First up, Thomas Jefferson at Lewis Central at Iowa Western. Now, of course, the Titans are riding a wave of a very successful season, and the Yellow Jackets just riding out another tough ride, and this time with a new head coach. Senior night for Brendan O'Brien and LC.
You, man. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Who will ever forget Christopher Ott?
That's right.
Who will ever forget?
And then it's time for one last snapshot for history's sake. Yeah. Time to kick it. Now the shots coming fast and furious. Chase Hedrick. TJ applying the pressure as well. Carlos Morales. And as Mother Nature and darkness creeps in, so does the Lewis Central offense. Freshman Paul Devine gets behind the back line. It happens with just under 18 minutes left in the first half. And then, less than a minute later, junior Connor James finds the back of the net. 2-zip Titans at the 17:05 mark. And then, with lightning in the area, people pack up, leave as play is suspended. It's then postponed, and then the match is canceled a short time later. Nobody wins, nobody loses. All right, so the seniors get their day, and so does Mother Nature. All right, let's reset. Try again. This time, it's the Lynx and the Jackets, and little do we know, it's deja vu all over again. Senior night for Thomas Jefferson. Always a proud moment for the boys and their families. Now, when these two get together, Abraham Lincoln's Hunter Hendricks gets behind the defense. TJ, a set piece. Each club has its chances. The Jackets, Ismael Camacho with the laser. Keeper Javier Huerta with the save. Back and forth they go. The Lynx with a chance.
Herman, you played freaking awesome. Keep that up.
The home side feeling pretty good. Now scoreless at the break. Second half, Jesus Santa Cruz, Thomas Jefferson free kick. Brian Dvorak and Abraham Lincoln set piece.
That is a card for the coach. Not him, that's a card for the coach.
AL head coach Jamison Parkhill finds a discrepancy in timing, relays it to the official. Now, meanwhile, again, each team chances. The Yellow Jackets can't convert. Late in regulation, the Lynx, with their best of their 13 shots, hits the post. Scoreless match into overtime. And again, in the first 10-minute overtime period, TJ. The visitors with some chances. It stopped with 8 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second overtime period. Due to lightning in the area, it will not be rescheduled. Again, nobody wins, nobody loses. Lightning does strike twice. Never in my 38-plus years covering sports all around the country have I ever shot 2 games in a row, both washed out thanks to Mother Nature. AL looking good, 11-4-1. TJ 4-10. Lewis Central an impressive 14-2, and the Falcons 2 games under 500. Girls side, 13th ranked Abraham Lincoln a pretty 13-4. Number 15 Thomas Jefferson a stellar 10-4. The reigning state champs from LC 11-4. Guess who's number 1? Yeah, that's right, Pella. And the 13th ranked team in Class 1A, St. Albert and Even Stephen 8-8. The second season is just about here. Yeah, baby. Next up, our play of the week. One shot by one shot. That's all it took. And winner, chicken dinner. No, more than that. Much more on the other side.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts.
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
The Iowa Western golf teams tee it up at their respective national tournaments. Now, head coach Derek Thompson, in his third year, has hinted that his teams are just a stroke here or a stroke there away from making even bigger noise. So let's tee it up. How about ladies first? A certain Senna Ersoy from Turkey. Now, I interviewed the sophomore last year as a freshman, and I can tell you, Miss Ersoy is now jumping for joy. Senna Ersoy travels to the Chateau Elan Golf Club in Brazelton, Georgia, a two-time regional champion. Well, make that now national champion. Ersoy's four-round total of 293, one stroke better than the rest of the field. The super sophomore doesn't find out for about 45 minutes. You see Ersoy on the road, hoping to catch flights back home to Turkey.
Talked to him just off the golf course and kind of said, well, there's no way. She didn't finish well. You know, she'll probably be in the top 5. And she was upset and just said, hey, okay, let's get out of here. And sure enough, they get on the road and the live scoring updates, and she won, you know, and it was pretty incredible. It's kind of a shocking, you know, feeling, and shocking to learn that way. She knew it was a tough golf course. She was shooting, you know, higher scores than she's used to, but she wasn't familiar enough with the golf course to know that it was just really hard, and it was hard for everybody. You know, for us, it's great, but it's about her. I mean, this is her accomplishment.
All right, now the student athletes that are the men, 2 in the top 20 have finished 6th.
Yeah, the men played really well. Again, the golf course wasn't so difficult, but the conditions were brutal. I think we were in 7th going into the 3rd round. After the 3rd round, we were still in 7th. And then kind of just to show you how tough the last day was, we shot our worst round of the tournament and moved up a spot. Both years we had great success. Both the men and women won a couple tournaments. You know, we got to nationals, which is always a goal, and then to go there and put up a strong showing is a good end of the season for us.
So the women's team finishes 5th, the men 6th at nationals. A certain Reaver makes history. Senna Ersoy, national champion. Now, it wasn't a foregone conclusion, but the wait, well worth it. Now it's time for our play of the week. I'll give you a hint. She's from Turkey. She will tee it up next at Coastal Carolina, but not without making her mark in Reavers country. Senna Ersoy, already a 2-time regional champ, will make that now national champion. The sophomore from Turkey comes in 1 stroke ahead of everybody else at the national tournament in Georgia. Senna Ersoy, Iowa Western's first national champion in golf, with our play of the week. And another one bites the dust as we are just breezing along here on the BSZ. Next up, high school soccer's 2nd season. So who's going to kick it all the way to Des Moines? The usual suspects? That's next on the BSZ Funhouse. And so for this latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm JJ Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.